What's going on, everybody? This is our ATSSB All Region Etude for year Y. This is the fast Etude for tuba, and we'll take this at 100 beats per minute. I'll give you once through and play the Etude with the metronome. At the end, I'll give some tips about how to make sure we have proper articulation, how to make sure we show the contrast in styles between the first and second section, and some tips about practicing our triads so we have clear sounding notes, making sure we don't skip or blend any partials. We're in key of E flat, that's B flat, E flat, A flat, making sure we get that first finger down for all E's and A's. Here's the first note. Alrighty, and here's the note. 1, 2. All right. So first of all, we want to make sure we have clear articulation in these staccato eighth notes. So instead of letting ourselves let the air continue going through, we want to work on the lift, the space after each note. I do this using the metronome and just working on how I end each note first of all. Then putting two together. And then I start to show the difference in articulation. So doing two long, long, and then two short, short. So I do this by still having the great crisp start of the note, but I try to have a lift, a separation, suspension of the air after each note. Putting this in with in the 6/8, I want to make sure I still have the notes metric, still have the fourth note in time, ba, 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 but try to have a little bit of suspension in between each note. So again, long then short. And I try to exaggerate this and continuously try to make it more distinct between the two. So initially when you start, it may sound almost the same. Da, 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 da. But the more you practice it, the more you focus on making the second one sound different, the more you focus on the air being different in between the first style and the second style, the greater the distance between the two will be. I contrast that section and the first section by showing more connectivity between the notes. So when we get to that mezzo forte, ba, da, 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 I then go back to that first style, that more connected style of the eighth notes. Still articulating, but now I want to show a little bit less space in between. So again, the slow or the long versus the short. In the second section, I want to use the first, the longer one. Versus. So I really focus on keeping it long, keeping it connected. Finally, practicing these triads, I play them very long, one note per beat of the metronome to make sure I really hear each note of my triad. This is going to be measured 1, 2, 3, 4, starting on that low D. Then with the same timing, I'm playing staccato. want to be very clear, hint, center the note right away. And then I try to make it play in the tempo march. So again, I go up and down the triad. Then I add the staccato, but still playing along. And then I try to play them at the speed rhythm. So hopefully following these steps will help you clean this up a little bit at a time. Again, you have a lot of time right now. I'm putting this up mid-April. Auditions are usually somewhere in October, November, December area, depending on where you are in the region. So you have plenty of time to work this music up. But I would say practice slow, practice steady, practice consistently, and speed it up 1 beat per minute, 2 beats per minute every day, every week, and eventually you'll be at 120 in no time. Hopefully this video was helpful. Leave some comments down below if you have any other questions, if you have any comments about what you would like to see in a future video. And hopefully this is helpful. Happy practicing.